All lies will be. Hey everyone, normally I have Tuesdays and Thursdays off, a chance to recover, relax. Yes, I know the news never dies, but with stories like this, I can't be quiet about it. And especially since this has to deal with a U.S. Marine whose arm was snapped and broken, not only by Capitol Police, but also apparently a Republican Senator, Tim Shealy of Montana, the great state of Montana, also was trying to help de-escalate, I do air quotes, de-escalate the situation. So this is a live stream dedicated to this news that's going viral. And yes, on another point of note, I did reach out to his campaign, and I am going to ask him to see if he could be on our show. I know it's a midterm election cycle, and I know it's a rarity in which we have interviewed politicians. I think I've pretty much have made my stand clear on this. But when I see people speak up and fight truth to power, I will give that salute. And imagine the smile on my face when I also found out that they're running as an independent with the Green Party. So, hey, I got a soft spot for the independents and third parties still, so they have a home here. But nonetheless, this is an important story to talk about. But I want to be clear on this. The videos, there's different captions in which this altercation took place. So viewer discretion is advised. I don't know really what's going to happen going forward, whether he'll be facing any kind of charges or not. But nonetheless, the attempt at trying to remove him and de-escalate the situation was an absolute failure. And I, for one, am enraged. This war in Iran, and it is a war, okay? A school was bombed. A school was bombed. And in war, innocents suffer. In conflicts, innocents suffer. The innocent will always suffer. And a school was bombed. And I believe, 165 girls were killed? What did those 165 girls do to you, Donald Trump, of the Epstein administration? I mean, Trump administration. Hey, Israel, what did those little girls do, Israel? What did they do? Did they make a mean drawing? Did they hurt your feelings? What did those little girls do? I mean, you already bombed the leadership. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the long run? Are we invading Iran now? A grand army, boots on the ground, liberty, freedom? What's going to happen? Because you can make all your charts and timetables, but here's the thing. People aren't little puppets. And this whole idea of keys of power and trying to manipulate and control people just won't work. Billions of dollars and time is being wasted on this war when it could be used. I don't know. This is probably going to get me canceled, even though the algorithm never favors me. Most censored man in independent media. And yes, there's a lot of people who say that, who have millions of subscribers. No, I am. Okay. But maybe that time and money could be used for infrastructure projects, helping people, uplifting people, building communities, investing in the future. Kit, stop that. If you were to bring that before Congress, what would they say to you? So, nonetheless, this is where we're at now. So, without further ado, I'm glad that everyone here is tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's go ahead and pull up this video here. Because again, folks, just want to be very clear on this. What you're going to be witnessing is tough to watch, tough to see, and here we go. So let's go ahead and address it. Here is the video that has gone viral, in which this Marine Corps veteran, who's also running as a Green Party candidate for United States Senate in the great state of North Carolina. I lived there for 4 years. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. And again, folks, viewer discretion is advised.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. America does not want to.
Now, I want to pause here for a second. I'm going to play the video in its full entirety, but I want to pause here. At no point in time does that require such aggressive force to push a man out. That doesn't require a man to be dragged and manhandled, especially one who put on the uniform to serve this country. I served in the Marine Corps. My father served in the Marine Corps. My grandfather's cousin survived the Pacific Campaign, served in the Marine Corps. My great-grandfather served in the U.S. Army. He was part of the Polar Bear Expedition during WW1. I want to be clear on this. He served his country. He does not deserve to be manhandled. But you know the old saying, support the troops, give a middle finger to the veterans, right? Because that's what our United States Congress does. Because they protect the Epstein class and the Epstein files. And this is what we can expect from the Epstein administration. I mean, I'm sorry. The fine, honorable men and women of the United States Senate and House and the Trump administration. Why would I ever say Epstein? Why would I ever say that? Why?
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go. America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows your exemptness as leaders. This is wrong. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
Just a reminder to all our
Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
sir, thank you for your service.
The senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
Control your Senate committee.
Look at you guys. You're robots. You won't even look back. Look at you guys. You're like robots.
Well, most of them are in the legal profession. I mean, come on. These are lawmakers. They're not human. Why do you think the laws of the land suck so bad? I mean, this decades. Sorry, I don't mean to, I know I said I wasn't going to pause, but for decades, these politicians and rich people protected somebody like Epstein. They knew him. They took money from people like Harvey Weinstein. They knew. Why do you think the laws of the land are so terrible? They protect criminals and monsters. You can't be human. Look at how the Senate has these elderly people in there going into till they're demented, till they die in office. I mean, their families. Don't their families love them? Look at Joe Biden. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Remember Dianne Feinstein? 6 months away from her job. Listen, I'm going to give you a little bit of a shock here. If any one of you were gone from your job 6 months later and you show up like, hey, guys, ready to work? Controversial statement here. They're going to tell you, hey, we fired your dumbass. But in the U.S. Senate, you could do that. Inhuman is the watchword. Now I know why Caesar crossed the Rubicon. Now listen. I would march with Caesar across the Rubicon and deal with that Pompeian scum. Ha! But Kit, Caesar became emperor. I know, but the Roman Senate was corrupt.
Commandant! He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
Control your Senate committee.
Look at you guys. You're robots. You won't even look back. Look at you guys. You're like robots. Oh my God, what is happening? And you're not even looking back. Any of you 4-star generals. Oh my God, what is happening?
Everybody sit down.
What did I just see? I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down.
That's what happened. Now there's I do want to at least get his perspective. So this is only a short 31 seconds. Brian McGinnis, who had his arm broken by AIPAC funded, or at least again, his arm got stuck, but there was a Republican senator from the great state of Montana, Tim Shelby, who was involved in the, I guess, de-escalation. So there you go. Let me just go ahead and pull up this video here.
Hey guys,
Now the volume's a little low here, but there is, hopefully I'll be able to turn it up just a tiny bit, but I think this is the best I can do.
Hey guys, I'm here in DC trying to speak out against the Senate and ask them why they're going to send our men and women to harm's way when our elected officials said that there would be no war. Anybody who feels disillusioned and betrayed by our government, you're not alone. Join us in demanding accountability for this betrayal. Free Palestine, free America.
And by the way, again, you know, I do find it interesting, especially with the horrific crisis that's happening with this war in Iran. Let me be clear on this. And I think, you know, if anyone wants to twist my words, fine, so be it. There's nothing I could do because people are always going to have their opinions and perspectives and analysis. But here's my thought on this. I don't want any Americans to die. I don't want any Iranians to die. I don't want any Israelis to die. I don't want anyone from Gaza to die, even though they're still dying. I don't want anyone from Dubai to die. I don't want any foreigners who are living in Dubai to die. But unfortunately, we have sick politicians who have put in this point to have no return. I don't see how we're going to get Iran to the peace table when already like senior leadership has been blown up and a school of little girls has been blown up. All right. And yes, I'm sure the Ayatollah was a bad guy. But the thing is, when you start bombing homes and schools and places of worship, you know, even those who might like, yeah, I don't like the Ayatollah. Once their friends and family start dying because of indiscriminate bombing, which is what we're seeing, you know, you're going to lose a lot of support there. And Iran is not Iraq. Iran is not Afghanistan. Iran is way bigger than Afghanistan and Iraq. And unlike in Gaza, you know, Iran does have the ability to fight back, and it's a very mountainous territory. A lot of control there. A lot of control that they could have. And yes, we got technology, but even that can only do so much. And this is a country, the United States, who's been at war since 2001, since the war on terror started. 2001. We've never had a big victory, have we? So just like the war on drugs, it ain't going to go away. You think the FBI is going to have a big battle at Como Estás Pendejo River? No. The FBI needs the cartel to exist so they can have their budget. All right? And the war on terror ain't going to end at some sort of big old mountaintop or at a river valley or at some city. There's going to be a big peacetime surrendering on a USS aircraft carrier. No, it's a forever war. And the thing about a forever war is eventually people get tired. People get sleepy. People want to know why we're wasting billions of dollars on this thing. Just throwing it out there. And yes, I know. Look, we got to treat this serious. Now, here's another angle of it, of Brian McGinnis being detained and the situation being de-escalated.
Out! No one wants to fight for Israel!
His hand! Oh, his hand!
And again, just want to throw this out there. Here is United States Senator in the great state of Montana, Republican. Here we go.
His hand!
There we go, right there. Now, again, to be clear, people have been making the accusation that the senator did that. No, that's not. It's the Capitol Police that are pushing on him. You know, again, the whole idea is to de-escalate, not injure a person. But, you know, again, you know, here we go. But listen, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of inside baseball, especially to our politicians. Don't jump in and try and be a hero. Don't do that, because now you're in it. Now people see you. But anyways, just throwing it out there. Republican senator, why did you think it was necessary for you to get involved, buddy?
His hand! Oh, His hand.
And look, I'm just going to throw this out here too. Conservatives have even commenting on this, including people like Nick Fuentes and everybody else. Everybody's been looking at this. This war with Iran, just want to throw this out here. This war with Iran, I don't want to say it's more devastating than the Epstein files, but if you're MAGA, if you're a Trump supporter, it's okay. You have a home here. I am feeling, I know how you're feeling because I felt the same way with Bernie, the nutless cuck Sanders, okay? Trump said he was a peacetime president. He was going to be anti-war. I wanted to think that, okay, maybe. But then again, I was like, okay, I take it with a grain of salt. But no. We're at war right now because Israel told them to do it, okay? We're doing it because we want to be a step ahead of Israel. So now the USA and Israel are bombing Iran. MAGA, that's your guy. I know you didn't vote for that. Now, there might be some diehard people that are like, yes, I voted for this. But for the vast majority of Americans, is this what you want? Another war? I mean, Jesus Christ, the next generation is going to be wondering, was there ever a peacetime? Like, I think maybe millennials before 9/11, Gen X, and even some boomers can say, like, yeah, we kind of had peacetime. Like, we might be the last 3 generations to remember that. All right? We'll be a dying breed. We'll remember a time before there was all these wars. Now, yes, there were military conflicts. Yes, there were. But I'm saying before 9/11, it wasn't that bad, kind of, sort of, with rose-colored glasses on. We'll be the last generation to know about a time before the forever wars. Just like we'll be the last generation to know about a time before the internet. Don't panic. It's only going to get worse.
Out! No one wants to fight for Israel!
His hand. His hand. Oh, his hand.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Let go of the door.
The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Sir.
Control your Senate.
Aren't stuck in the door. Okay, sir.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Hands stuck.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. You're a coward. What do you say? Senator? Go fuck yourself. You were a shit seal. That's why you got kicked out, fat ass.
I didn't even hear that part. Sorry, somebody called the senator a fat ass. That's great.
You're a coward. What do you say? Senator? Go fuck yourself. You were a shit seal. That's why you got kicked out, fat ass.
Everybody sit down, please. Sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please.
I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down, please. Is your hand okay? No, it's not.
No, it's not. His hand is not okay. We saw it get broken.
Everybody sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please.
I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down, please. Is your hand okay? No, it's not.
This is disgusting. Disgusting.
Okay. And yes, I would suggest reading Caitlin Johnson's newsletter. The U.S. Wonder Machine is run by deranged Armageddon cultists. Now, I mentioned this once in the Do Dissidents chat. There's a movie called, I think, The Megiddo Code 2. Now, hold on. You'll see where I'm going with this. Now, it's a Christian movie. It was done in 2001, I think before 9/11 came out. Or 9/11 came out. Ha 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 ha! Before 9/11 happened. And in the movie, Megiddo Code, it's about the whole idea of, Armageddon, the end of the days, is like when Satan comes. Like, listen, let's just say, okay, the whole idea is Satan comes to the earth. People get raptured, of course, and Satan starts controlling the world, and there's a big final battle in Jerusalem, and God casts Satan down to hell. Now, in Megiddo Code 2, I shit you not, this is the movie. Satan is born into a wealthy family. He's the Antichrist. Very wealthy, rich family. The second coming of Christ is also born in that family. So the Antichrist and Christ are kind of like brothers. And the older brother, Satan, goes to this rich military school. He gets rich and famous. He inherits his father's wealth. And pretty much, more or less, he controls Europe, Russia, Africa. Like, he tells the people of Africa that they belong to him. I kid you not. His flag is the 5-pointed star with the money sign in it. Listen, if you want me to lie to you, I'll tell you that voting matters. Okay, there you go. You vote Democrat, Republican. There. It's great. Just keep voting Democrat, Republican. You'll be fine. More on to the movie. Christ, the second coming of Christ, becomes president of the United States. And so, long story short, the only countries to oppose Satan is China, Mexico, and the USA. And they have a final battle in Jerusalem. Oh, you think I'm lying to you? Fine. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. Come on, internet. Let's play this game. A content creator is challenging his audience, which is something you never do in this business. Go ahead. If you think I'm lying to you, go ahead. Anyways. Just want to throw it out there. China, Mexico, and the USA working together to stop Satan. We got the Chinese and the Mexicans on our side. Anyways, yes, the range cultists. So, in other words, they want the end of the world to happen so Jesus Christ comes back. If Jesus Christ comes back, he'll say, oh, in my name, what have you people done? Anyways, more on this. Another angle of this horrific takedown that took place.
The inability to name that shows your exemptness as leaders. This is wrong. No. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
A reminder to all our
Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Another broken arm, another angle of that. So, what exactly went down here? So, first of all, I want to pull up this here. Republican Senator Tim Shealy of the great state of Montana assisted several police officers in physically ejecting a man who interrupted a Capitol Hill hearing on Wednesday to object to U.S. and Israel's war with Iran. The protesters were Brian McGinnis, a Marine veteran running as Green Party candidate in North Carolina's Senate race, according to his website. He said shortly afterward that his arm was broken during the clash with police and the senator. The U.S. Capitol Police accused him of violently assaulting officers. No, he was not. He was dragged out while acting his First Amendment right. Now, of course, there's many ways to de-escalate the situation. Be like, sir, please come with us. You know, again, unless he started swinging right away, they grabbed him first. They did grab him first. The incident took place at the Senate Armed Services Subcommittee hearing that featured testimony from senior military officials on military readiness. In just under 30 minutes after the hearing began, McGinnis began yelling, exclaiming at one point, America does not want to send its sons and daughters to a war for Israel. It makes sense. I don't want to see any people go ahead and fight in Iran. You know, I mean, for Christ's sakes, you know, since the war on terror began at this point now, it could be argued that guys my age, or who were my age in 2003, 2004, you know, weren't even born when I was, you know, in service, and now here they are 20 plus years later going in there. And look, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anybody die. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this war. I don't want this war with Iran. I don't want this. But hey, we can't get the side because our government doesn't work for us. Now, I get the whole idea. Oh, no, gagzooks. Somebody has a nuclear bomb. China has nukes. We're not doing anything to them. Russia has nukes. We're not doing anything to them. North Korea has nukes. Hell, after what they did to Gaddafi, you think North Korea is ever going to give up its nukes? Hell no. And China ain't going to let that happen, because if South Korea were to annex North Korea, no, they ain't going to have that close to their doorstep. No. Biggest mistake the United States government ever did was what? Do a coup against Gaddafi? He was willing to play ball. And yes, he was a bad guy too. No one's a saint. It's like, let's give peace a chance. Right there, that's what he got. Now Libya's open slave trade. Just what the world wants. Or the Epstein class wants. Ooh, I went there. Because that's what the Epstein administration wants. Which Epstein administration you're talking about? I don't know. The ones that are filled with people who protected Epstein. Which one? Take your pick. The one was Obama. What? Members of the Capitol Police attempted to remove McGinnis, who was wearing a military uniform, Marine Corps uniform, be more specific, CBS, you bastards, from the hearing room. McGinnis appeared to struggle with officers, according to video provided by CBS News by an anti-war activist. At one point, when McGinnis and police were near the doorway to the hearing room, Sheeny left the DS and began assisting the Capitol Police officers. Why would you get up, Senator? The police had the situation under control, right? All right. While authorities then pull McGinnis out of the room, his left hand appeared to get stuck between the door and the frame. Sheely then appears to try to dislodge it. At one point, someone accused him of breaking McGinnis' hand. Somebody later asked McGinnis if his hand was okay, and he responded, "No, it's not." McGinnis was later escorted out of the room by police officers while Sheely sat back down. While outside the room, McGinnis is heard in the video saying his left arm was broken. Mark Elbro, of the Green Party official who manages McGinnis' Senate's campaign, told CBS News that McGinnis was placed under arrest and transported to George Washington University Hospital. Elbro said that he was unsure of McGinnis' medical condition. In a statement, U.S. Capitol Police said McGinnis is facing 3 counts of assaulting police officers, 3 counts of resisting arrest, and 1 account of crowding, obstructing, and accommodating, meaning he was allegedly blocking an entrance or passageway for interrupting the committee hearing. Making things up and throwing... Okay, whatever. Anyways, is that the case? No. And I do hope that McGinnis has a quick recovery and that these charges against him will be dropped. I hope. No one wants to go through any legal headaches. Trust me on it. Elbro said he attended the hearing with McGinnis, who works as a firefighter, because they wanted to hear officials out. He said McGinnis stood up and pressed the Senate to stop funding the war with Iran because he couldn't take their lives anymore. Exactly. Elbro denied McGinnis assaulted the officers. He wasn't assaulting anybody. He just wanted to be heard and was speaking loud and clear. He told CBS News he was assaulted. Actually, they broke his arm. Capitol Police alleged that McGinnis put everyone in a dangerous position by violently resisting and fighting our officers. Oh, yeah, just like what happened on January 6th, right? Listen, folks, January 6th wasn't this big storming of the Capitol building. People forget. They opened up the door and said, "Come on in, fellas. Come on in. Woo, come on in." Everyone forgets that side of the video. Everyone forgets that. Come on in, everybody. Just like that episode from The Simpsons where they're talking about a bill. Doors open, boys. Woo! Attempts to remove him from the room. The agency also said in a statement that McGinnis got his own arm stuck in a door to resist our officers and force his way back into the hearing room. It said that 3 officers were treated for injuries by local emergency medical services. What injuries? Who knows? Protesters are not allowed inside the congressional buildings. The Capitol Police said, January 6th begs to differ. There are plenty of other spots on Capitol grounds outside where demonstrators are allowed. Sheely said in a post on X that he got involved because McGinnis was fighting back against police, and he sought to help out and de-escalate the situation. No, you did not, buddy. No, you did not. And you know what? Here's what I got to say to this. Let me go ahead and see if I can find this here for a second. Let me go ahead and find this. Let me go ahead and find something for you. Hang on. Here we go. Perfect hair forever. Hang on. Let me just share this with all of you lovely, beautiful people here. So, in case all of you guys see this right here, right now, this is from Senator Tim Sheely from the great state of Montana. Capitol Police were attempting to remove an unhinged protester from the armed services hearing. He was fighting back. "I decided to help out and de-escalate the situation. The gentleman came to Capitol to the Capitol looking for a confrontation, and he got one. I hope he gets the help he needs without causing further violence. To which he got community noted. The senator describes this as a de-escalation, but full vid reporting show he joined officers by physically grabbing the Marine's leg and then his arm breaks. Reports say the protester was treated for an injury afterward. The Marine did not come to start confrontation. He protested. X. What? Are you telling me Elon Musk own X got community, this guy, this Republican got community noted. So in other words, Mr. Senator, are you fucking lying? Did you get community noted? Did you get corrected? Who knows? Hey, look, APAC tracker, Tim Shealy, U.S. Senator from Montana. Only $641,000 and 300. Only 641. That's all you got from APAC? Oh, those are piss poor numbers, baby. Oh, you're they. You're not the high escort. Also, another person here wrote, Lauren Witzke said, you broke a veteran's arm for Israel. If only we could see this kind of passion from our congressmen about fighting the invasion of illegals, right? What? Sounds like you care more about Israel's sovereignty than the country you promised to represent. It's awful what you did to that man. Okay. All right. Hey, listen, right now, we got bigger problems than illegals, okay? The whole ship's going to sink. It's like the Titanic. Shoe on head. Shoe on head. Very based right here. How much does it take for an American politician to break the arm of an American Marine over a foreign country? About $641,000. 641K. Look at that. 641K. That's how much it costs. All right. Shame on you, bitch. Rot in hell. I hope the weapon contractor money is worth it, you traitor. You sick fuck. You broke his arm. Jesus fucking Christ. You should be arrested. Get this Israel lapdog out of the Senate. You broke his arm, you dumb cunt. Is that how you honor his service by our country? Resign right now, you absolute scum fuck, low-life, degenerate piece of shit. You're a traitor to this country, and loyal to a foreign nation. You should be in prison until your deportation. F you. Correcting the record with guillotines. Oh, that's a great hand name. That's right there. We got Elizabeth Lee Voss, who says, you're a pathetic shill for Israel's helping to sell out your own country. Shame on you. There you go. Another one, the artist known as Jess. Speech is not violence, you libtard. Oh, you called a Republican a libtard. You are the aggressor in that shit. I just saw. Pack your bags, MFer, touching a Marine. The fuck you think you are? Clint Russell says you should resign immediately. Seriously, the most despicable thing I've seen in many years. I can't believe you aren't ashamed of yourself. Rex, like T-Rex. You're an absolute neocon filth. You're going to lose that next election. Mel says, no one wants to fight for Israel, Tim. Hey, guys, do you want this country to fight for Israel? Type 1 for yes, Kit. Let's do it. Type 2, no. No, what's wrong with you? No. The correct answer is no. And I'm going to put in my superdelegate vote here. The number 2, that's the correct answer. My superdelegate counts as infinity plus 1. All of you people should vote for 2. I wonder how many 2s are going to show up in the chat. Technically, we got a lot of people tuning in. And see, now the correct thing is you should also hit the like button too. Hype up the video, like the video, and share the video. Because if you don't, what you want a war with it? You want to fight for Israel? So if you want to share the video, go ahead and do it. Like the video too, people. Do it. Share it far and wide. And yes, it's democracy. And I'm willing to bet even Eyepatch McCain is like, oh, I wish I was there. Eyepatch McCain is gone. The ass pirate. Who? What? Where? What? Who you call an ass pirate? But I also want to pull this up here too, because people have been asking, how is he doing? How is this Marine veteran doing? I want to pull this up here. Brian McGinnis. I want to take a moment. Sorry, I stuttered there. Let me start over again. I want to take a moment to thank everyone for the incredible support during this time. Your encouragement, messages, and contributions mean more than I can express. At this time, I'm taking a step back to focus on recovery privately with my family. I'll be back to posting and engaging with you all very soon. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I am grateful to have such supportive community by my side. Brian McGinnis, running as a Green Party candidate. And again, just so you guys know, this is his official campaign X account, as well as, I just want to pull this up here too, so you guys are made well aware of it. I want to make sure we have this here available. All right. Again, this is a U.S. Marine here. Let me just pull up his campaign website. He's running as a Green Party candidate. I have reached out to his campaign. We'll see if we can get him on the show. God willing, I hope so soon. So I wish him all the best and a quick recovery. And it would be an honor to interview a fellow Marine and someone who speaks truth to power and, more importantly, is against the war. So imagine my smile when I found out, oh, you're running as an independent. Very good. Very good for you indeed. So if you can, please check out his campaign website and show solidarity. But again, he's probably taking a moment to recover because his arm got broken. And unfortunately and regrettably, you know, I don't know what's going to happen and whether or not there'll be any legal fallout. But there's someone actually did a slow-mo of the video too, in which his arm was broken. There's probably going to be some legal fallout for the Capitol Police.
His hand.
That's his arm. That was broken.
His hand.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand. His hand. Oh, his hand.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Only go of the door.
The senator broke
His hand.
They did that to a Marine. Now, again, he is running as a Green Party candidate, so check out his campaign website. Obviously, folks, what I do want you all to do, I want to pull this up here too. On behalf of Brian's family, I just want to pull this tweet up here too. This was today, just 3 minutes before we went live. On behalf of, let's see, hold on. Let me just read this again. On behalf of Brian's family, we want to express our deepest gratitude for the overwhelming outpouring of support, messages, and contributions in the last 24 hours. At this time, our priority is Brian's well-being. We are taking a necessary step back from the public eye to allow him to focus fully on his recovery in private. While he looks forward to engaging with you all again very soon, his health and family remain the current priorities, as they should be. Thank you for your continued patience and for such an incredible community. Please keep Brian and his family in your prayers, Team McGinnis. All right, so I wish him all the best, and I hope he is able to recover very soon. It is important for us to remember that this is a U.S. citizen, and that, you know, he deserves the respect and patience right now. So let's just give him space for as long as we can. And I also wanted to stay here again here too, that this is you know, already many people have been sharing a lot of posts on social media. Most notably, this one seems pretty great, you know, in honor of it. No one wants to fight for Israel. No one wants to fight for Israel. Hell, no one wants any of these wars. When are these forever wars going to end? And speaking of these forever wars, I think it's important to address the fact that very few members in Congress are even talking about the futility and stupidity of these wars, especially this war with Iran. I'm going to pull this up here.
And for what? This administration can't even give us a straight answer as to why we launched this preemptive war. The president says we had to strike first because an Iranian strike was imminent. Meanwhile, the Department of Defense conceded there was no evidence of an imminent Iranian strike. Some told us this war was about nuclear weapons, but 6 months ago, we were assured our last strike on Iran decimated their nuclear program. So which is it? I think the most candid answer came from the Secretary of State, who told the press that Israel forced our hand and dragged us into this war again. And that truth is the very...
I want to pause here for a second, and I want to address a super chat here. First of all, thank you for the $5 YouTube super chat. Sip Sauce, in contact with McGinnis' team, can help set up an interview. We'll email you soon. Number one, I am more than happy to have him on my show. Number two, this is very important. Please let the team know that I understand that he's recovering, that he has to deal with a lot of stuff that's on his plate. But obviously, you know, going to be clear on this. The sooner we can have him on the show, the better. But his priority and health come first above anything else. So Sip Sauce, if you're watching this first, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you are in contact or direct contact with his team, the door is open for him to be on our show, and we are more than happy to interview him as a candidate. And I'm more than happy to give the time and necessary patience with him so that he can, you know, able to explain his campaign, what happened on that day, the policies that he's running on. And of course, look, folks, when it comes down to third parties, we always know that there's roadblocks preventing third parties from being on a debate stage or being on the ballot. So again, more than happy to make space for him if that does happen. So again, Sip Sauce, tell them the door's open. I understand that his recovery and family come first, and that's the one thing I'm going to tell him. Marine to Marine, your family and your health and your well-being come first. When he's ready, the door's open for him to come on Hard Lens Media's show, Chicago's fastest growing independent media network. So thank you for the super chat. So I hope that you see that, Sip Sauce, and I hope that we can, you know, get that. So there you go. There you go. So let's go ahead and rewind this now.
That Israel forced our hand and dragged us into this war again. And that truth is the very reason why it is Congress that must decide war. If American lives are to be risked and American blood is to be shed, that decision must be debated and voted on by the representatives of the American people. And that debate is meant to be arduous. And that vote is meant to be hard. I have a theory. I think my colleagues don't want to go on record because we have a terrible track record of meddling in the Middle East. They don't want their name associated with this when it doesn't turn out well. But Congress cannot be bothered with its constitutional duty because for many in this chamber, it's easier to simply allow someone else's sons and daughters to be sent to combat without their vote. And to be clear, we aren't even here to declare war today. All we're voting on is a war powers resolution to reassert the Constitution, that Congress must decide questions of war. And if Congress wants war, then the Speaker should hold a vote to declare it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Representative Thomas Massey is correct. Representative Thomas Massey is correct. Okay. Now, unfortunately, many other people in Congress are just going to be just utter douchebags and just not go on the record. You know, so we're right now, again, and this goes to the Democrats too. I know there's people saying, let's get excited and get ready to talk about this roster of Democrats that are running. Okay, yes, candidates that Democrats who are running for office. Maybe there are people. Okay, maybe. But I've been lied to so much, and I've seen so much blow up in my face in regards to seeing progressive Democrats try and reform the party. I mean, good luck. For the ones here in Illinois and outside, especially running in the Democrat Party, good luck. I've done my fair share of interviews. It's either they're going to make sure that you don't win, they destroy your credibility, or if you do win, they're going to give you that phone call and that big old sit down and tell you if you don't fall in line and follow orders, we're going to go so far up your wazoo, you'll be tasting us for decades. Even your kids will. Because that's how the Epstein class works. I mean, politics works. Whoops. 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 I shouldn't say that out loud too loud. But hold on. Let's just go ahead and talk about something that's going to really tick you off. Because again, just want to pull this out here. A Marine made it very clear. We don't want this war.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Right. But look, while cost of living soars, healthcare taken away, Trump spending $1 billion per day. I never want to hear why we can't have Medicare for all or student debt forgiveness or invest into our country. $1 billion per day. With fresh reporting that ongoing U.S. assault on Iran could be costing $1 billion per day in taxpayer money. By the way, don't forget to pay your taxes and be that good cuck in the hotel chair as our country's getting banged. You know, you're watching like good cucks. Opposition lawmaker candidates for office and outside critics are ripping the Trump administration and his allies in Congress for financing reckless recklessness of the unlawful and unprovoked attack on the Iranian people. We can't afford to keep our hospitals open. We can afford $1 billion a day to bomb Iran. Yep. True. Hundreds of hospitals across the USA, most of them in rural areas, are teetering on the brink of bankruptcy or closure in the wake of Trump's signing of a spending and tax giveaway bill last year that gave billions in tax breaks to corporations and the wealthy while slashing health care, including Medicaid. I'm going to say this again just to piss people off. Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark are so fictional. I'm surprised that there are serious comic book artists that even think about doing stories about them, because there's no way they would ever exist, not only in our reality, but in fictional reality, okay? These billionaires and trillionaires are never going to go ahead and help the day, okay? There you go. You want a real representation of a billionaire or a trillionaire? Absolute joker. Absolute joker. That's the real Bruce Wayne. That's the real Tony Stark. Absolute joker owns islands and politicians and ranches and territories. Absolute joker is the real terror. That's the real billionaire, trillionaire. Not some superhero billionaire in an armored suit or a guy who dresses up like a fucking bat. Continuing on, United States Senator from the great state of Hawaii, Democrat, expressed similar outrage to the figure. This war is costing $1 billion per day. In one fucking month, we will spend more than we have needed to save healthcare for more than 2 million Americans. They literally are taking away your food and your healthcare for this regime change war of choice. Look at all this money. Look at all this money that's being wasted away. Hey, I'm going to do that Ross Perot's vacuum cleaner. See, that's your vacuum cleaner. That's a vacuum cleaner. That's your money going away. That's your money going away. Be a good cuck. Pay your taxes. Be a good cuck. Beyond evil. And look, here's the little girls. Somehow that school was a big problem for Israel and the Epstein administration. I mean, Trump administration. It was a big problem. Beyond evil. Medics say Iran's school massacre was double tap strike. Huh. Like what Israel does. Tap, tap, boop, boop. By the way, people in Gaza are still dying. As the U.S. and Israel continue to wage war on Iran Wednesday, paramedics and victims' relatives said last week's bombing of an elementary school in southern Iran was a so-called double-tap airstrike, a common tactic used by U.S., Israeli, and Russian forces, by which attackers bomb a target. Hey, listen, I know Russia's got its war with Ukraine, but Russia's not in Iran right now, okay? So there you go. And then followed was the second strike meant to kill survivors and first responders. Oh, that's kind of like a war crime. What? No. Iranian officials said around 175 people, most of them young children, were in the Sharia Tahib Girls Elementary School in Minab and was hit Saturday by what they said was U.S.-Israeli attack. When the first bomb hit the school, one of the teachers and the principal moved a group of students to the prayer hall to protect them, said one or two Iranian Red Crescent Society paramedics who spoke with Middle East Eye on the condition of anonymity. Yeah, of course, I'd be anonymous because right now they're blowing up everybody. The principal called the parents and told them to come up, pick up their children, the paramedic added, but the second bomb hit the area as well. Only a small number of those who were taken to shelter survived. Some parents recognized their children only because of the gold bracelets they were wearing. Father of a girl killed in the second strike in the facility told Middle East Side that school officials asked us to come quickly as possible to take our daughter home. However, when he arrived at the school, my little girl was completely burned. So many enemies. We're making so many enemies. Brilliant job, Israel and USA. Netanyahu and Trump of the Epstein administration. I mean, Trump of the Trump administration. Why did I say that? Why did I say that out loud? There was nothing left of her. We could only identify her for her school bag, which she was still holding. When I saw her smile after coming home from work, all my pain disappeared, my father added. Now I don't know what to do with this pain. I don't know how to live with this. That pain is never going to go away. That pain will fester and grow because we declared war on Iran for Israel. If you don't attack Iran, you'll lose me. I'm gonna do something really mean to you. That's Israel. That's Israel. Our greatest ally got us in a fight that we can't get out of now. Our greatest ally. The mother of a boy slain in a strike told NBC News that the school also called her and told her to come quickly pick up her child. By the time we arrived, the entire school had collapsed on top of the children. People were pulling out children's arms and legs. People were pulling out severed heads. Oh, I'm pretty sure there was an Israeli TikTok dancing to this, right? Oh, no, they made TikToks when they were bombing Gaza. They were doing little dances, singing. So, listen. I hope there's a ceasefire, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hope in one hand, crap in the other. See which one fills up faster. So, here we go. Extraordinary crowds of a mass funeral procession. 165 schoolgirls and teachers were killed. Many outcomes of this war are uncertain, but a renewed generation of hatred toward the West is now baked in. Yeah, because they killed little girls. How'd that smart bomb work out? It's not known whether the school, which is located near the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps compound, was deliberately targeted. Here's something. All I know is that we're investigating that. Of course, we never target civilians. Of course, we never target civilians, says U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who oversees the military, whose 21st century wars have killed more than 400,000 non-combatants, according to the Cost of War Project at Brown University's Watson Institute for International and Public Affairs. U.S. Secretary Marco Littleboy Rubio on Monday said the Pentagon would be investigating that if that was our strike. Clearly, the United States would not deliberately target a school. If it wasn't the USA, who was it? Israel? What? I mean, listen. Israel did bomb all of Gaza into a moonscape. It's not like those buildings collapsed on themselves like a broken heart, you know, just like World Trade Center 7. It just collapsed on its own. It's not like all of Gaza, all the buildings were like, we're going to collapse on our own. Do you think that's what happened to those buildings? Type 1 for yes. Buildings can collapse on their own if they have a broken heart. Type 2, no, dude. No. What the hell's wrong with you? No. Those buildings, you know what happened. How did Gaza become a moonscape? They blew up all the schools, homes, apartments, businesses, community centers, restaurants, refugee camps, all of it. How does it all become a moonscape? Kaboom, 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 kaboom. Now they got no targets left to hit. Again, this is the witness. As it stands right now, 1,000 Iranians have been killed during 4 days of U.S. and Israeli bombing. With Iran's retaliatory strikes killing 6 U.S. service members, 11 Israelis, and a number of people in the Gulf states. By the way, let me just be very clear on this, folks. Let me be very clear on this. I think it's fair to say at this point in time that I'm going to be clear on this in regards to the Middle East, especially big rich cities like Dubai. Their playtime is over. And I want to pull this up here as well. It's from Tucker Carlson.
West Side. Here's an IDF soldier, apparently an American by his accent, describing why he's at war. Watch this.
They call this operation the Swords of Iron. But what are we really fighting for? We're fighting for the right of the Jewish people to exist, be Jewish, practice their religion, and be free. And one day our true leader will come and we'll be united as a whole Jewish nation so we can rebuild the Beit HaMikdash.
Beit HaMikdash, probably mispronouncing it. That's the Hebrew term for the temple, the third temple. We are doing this so we can rebuild the temple. Now, you'll notice he's pulling off patches on Velcro on his IDF uniform. These are not civilian clothes. This is the uniform of the government of Israel, of its military. And he has patches on that uniform, one of which is a symbol of the temple, the third temple. So it just couldn't be clearer. Why are we doing this? To rebuild the third temple. Now, if you think we're just cherry picking this off the internet, one guy wearing an unauthorized temple patch, paid for, by the way, a uniform paid by us, armaments paid for by us, the U.S. taxpayer pays for all this stuff one way or another. The U.S. taxpayer pays for the military.
Yeah, like good cucks. We're paying for it, baby. We're paying for it. We're paying for it. Like good cucks. Good cucks. We're paying for it. Tax paying. Aren't you happy to pay your taxes? Yes, kid, I'm ready to pay my taxes.
Secretary of Israel, boy, does it. If you think we're being unfair and just like found one guy, well, here's a bunch of guys. It took us about 2 minutes on the internet to find this today. Here is a selection of IDF soldiers. Let's put it on the screen. There you go. And all of them have the same patch. Look for me. Look carefully at that. What is that? That's the temple. That is the third temple.
I mean, what? What do we want? The end of the world? Why do you want the world to end? You know, the world doesn't end. It's just, it closes a chapter. Let me tell you something what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the full-on spoiler alert to the season finale of Planet Earth. Are you ready? First of all, yes, one day humanity will die out, whether by our hands, by nuking each other, or something else entirely. And the Earth, just like it did with the dinosaurs, will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. And then life or the planet will continue to rotate around the sun. See, the Earth isn't doomed. See, the Earth isn't doomed. The people are. The Earth is going to be fine. The people are effed. And I'm stealing that from George Carlin. Much respect to the wise George Carlin, who's doing a big Broadway musical in the sky saying, I told you people so. And as for the Earth itself, well, one day the sun will expand and poof, consume the Earth. And that's it. That's how the world will end. Spoilers. Spoilers for the season finale first. Like, God damn it, Kit. You ruined it. You ruined everything. You awful man. A little more on this here, too. Because, again, what that brave Marine did, who's running for U.S. Senate, and I emphasize, folks, give him space because he needs to recover. And I'm more than happy to interview him on the show, but I want to pull this up here, too.
Iran is sending drones and missiles into Israel right now, mostly into Tel Aviv. Is it beyond imagination that in the fog of war, maybe one of those missiles hits the Dome of the Rock, or we're told that it did? And of course, during war, the first thing you see is censorship, so it's very hard to know what's going on. You're already seeing it today. Is there less or more video available on the internet today than there was yesterday from this war? Well, there's much less, of course. That's called censorship. They're censoring video.
Censorship. By the way, just want to throw this out here to all you snowflakes and latte drinking libtards. That's right. Mostly for the neoliberals, vote blue no matter who people from 2016 up until 2024. All you people want to stop fake news and controlling speech and being offended by comedians and everything else. This is the fallout from it. And I warned you dumbasses that one day this was going to happen. And now you're being censored. Oh no, right up the ass. Some of you might like it. Censorship. That's why you never do that. Remember when YouTube used to be fun? See, if I had my magic wand just to trigger and piss people off, I'd make YouTube go back to how it was in 2015. If you don't like something, you don't want to watch something, don't watch it then. Stop being offended, you spineless, nutless, heartless cuck of a wonder. So if you don't like free speech, shut up. Tucker Carlson's right. Watch, sooner or later, this video is also going to be censored. I know it. Why?
His hand.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
And all you people who are offended and triggered from 2016, 2024, snowflakes who didn't like something, stuff like this is going to go bye. Same thing. Anyone who's, listen, libertarians, Greens, Socialists, Republicans, Democrats, Boomers, X's, Millennials, Gen Z. Don't you get it? When you fight for censorship or controlling and regulation on media, you get stuff like this. And I get it. There's bad people in media. I get there's bad people on the internet. But having the government come in and become the political police, what are you, dumb, stupid, or dumb? They're going to silence you too. Don't wait up. They'll get to you very soon.
Of what's actually happening. It happens in every conflict. Every war sets off the same cycle at home, far from the fighting. Censorship and persecution. Censorship and persecution. Persecution of the enemies, real or perceived, or the people prosecuting the war. And censorship of their views. So in that environment, when you can't really know what's going on, it's thousands of miles from here, all of a sudden, the Al-Aqsa complex is just vaporized. Oops, the Iranians did it. Then we have this debate. It's like a hospital bombing in Gaza. Who did it? Well, it was a booster from a Hamas rocket. Well, how do I know? I wasn't there. All we know is it's gone. Oh, so sorry. Could that happen? Oh, yeah, it could happen. The army is fighting with patches of the Third Temple on their arms, on their official uniforms. And what happens then? Global religious war. Talk about high stakes. You thought nukes were high stakes. At least nukes are over quickly. There are survivors. A generational religious war? That's worse than any virus and more deadly. That could happen. Do the people in charge know it could happen? Some of them do. They don't seem worried about it. They should be. We should all be worried about it. We should all be noisy about it. No, you can't do that to the world. We hope to give to our grandchildren.
If there is one. And yeah, look, billionaire savers don't exist. Bruce Wayne is so fictional. He never exists. In fact, let me be clear on this. If there was a person like Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark, do you have any idea how quick all the multi-billionaires and trillionaires and special interest groups would try and out them or figure them out? Because see, Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark, at least for the most part, how they're written, it's like they're very morally good characters. Bruce Wayne fakes being a scumbag. But see, here's the thing. These rich people, they play their little game of Thrones. They have blackmail on each other. They have all these scandals on each other. They even the billionaires who don't like each other. If there was a person like Bruce Wayne, to be like, hey, we don't got anything on Bruce Wayne. Oh, what? He showed up drunk one day? Oh, he made a dumb statement? Oh, Bruce Wayne was somewhere doing some. No, they'd all work together to try and either get rid of that man, blackmail him, set him up. There's no such thing as a morally right billionaire. You got to be ruthless and a killer. And you got to be willing to do things and view people as numbers. And Bruce Wayne can't do that. That's why Bruce Wayne can never exist. And I know people like, oh, but he's a good guy. No. See, Bruce Wayne is very fictional. We don't need no Bruce Wayne. We don't need no Tony Stark because they don't exist. They're not feasible. They're an anomaly. Okay? Cry me a river, billionaire Bruce Wayne. He don't exist. But hey, comic book artists are telling good stories. The only Batman I respect is Absolute Batman. He was born broke. He was born broke. The only real representation of a billionaire? No, not Lex Luthor. Because here's the thing. Lex Luthor's evil, but he's not Epstein evil. Like, watch. Like, Lex Luthor be like, whoa, wait. I want to take over the world. I don't. What's going on an island? What's happening on an island? Superman, help. There's Superman. Listen. I know we got beef, but listen, there's something really bad happening. Even Lex Luthor. No, he ain't real representation. Real representation of evil is absolute Joker. Be absolute in this world. That's the real truth of it. But you want to know something else here? Hey, look, just want to throw this out here. Because people are paying attention. People are. Someone's paying attention. The missing files aren't in Iran. All right. Missing files are not in Iran. Just want to throw that out there. If we're looking for the missing Epstein files, they're not there. That's right. And Lex needs to shut his bald ass up before my issues get civil. Absolutely. So without further ado, there's something else here that needs to be brought up because, hey, look, the CIA, just to add more instability here.
Multiple sources now telling CNN the CIA is working to arm and assist Kurdish forces. The goal, we are told, is to fuel a popular uprising against the regime inside Iran. CNN's chief international correspondent, Clarissa Ward, is joining us live from Erbil, Iraq right now. Clarissa, you've been in Iraq now for a few days. What can you tell us?
Well, that's right, Wolf. We are now learning from a senior official here in Iraqi Kurdistan that this CIA operation to support these Iranian Kurdish forces has been going on now for a few months. We spoke to a senior leader with the Iranian Kurdish militia groups yesterday who told us that they believe they are going to be participating in a ground offensive into Iran in the coming days, and that they are going to be doing it.
So like a bay of pigs.
With the support of the U.S. and of Israel, though he would not.
Of course, Israel. Hey, listen to my Game of Thrones fans. When in doubt, blame it on Bloodraven.
Say what exactly that support will look like. He said that President Trump himself had actually called the leader of one of these Iranian Kurdish opposition groups. And as if in response to this reporting, Wolf, this morning, the Iranians hit one of those Iranian Kurdish militia bases with a missile. This is the first time we're seeing them use a missile. They've used drones to attack these bases in the last couple of days, but this was a missile. At least one Peshmerga fighter was killed. And there is now very real fear here in Iraqi Kurdistan with the leadership that Iran could launch massive retaliatory strikes if this ground offensive goes ahead. The leader here who I spoke to said that the Iranians had warned Iraqi Kurdistan just a few days ago that if a single Iranian Kurdish fighter crosses that border, there will be hell to pay. He also said that one of the issues they have here in Iraqi Kurdistan, even though they have a very good relationship with the U.S., even though they have very little love for their neighbors in Iran, is that they feel the U.S. policy or the strategic objective of this war keeps changing. This source told me one day President Trump says it's regime change, one day he says something completely different. And so they have a really strong concern that among this shifting policy, they could effectively end up getting thrown under the bus, so to speak. And it's important to remember, and I know it gets confusing, well, for our viewers, that there's a difference between the Iraqi Kurdish leadership here in Iraqi Kurdistan and the Iranian Kurdish forces who are being supported by the CIA with the goal of going into Iran and launching some kind of an offensive that they are hoping could foment stability.
That won't work. Remember the Northern Alliance in Afghanistan? Remember that whole other government that we had in Iraq? And those turned out great. Hey guys, how do you feel about the whole idea of another regime change? It must feel
amazing, 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 amazing.
Who am I to say? Hey, listen. Hey, hold on. Israel, USA, can we have peace? Can we not continue to escalate? What do you think?
And here's what I think about it.
There you go. I guess that's the whole deal of it. Our politicians are just go ahead doing this. And, you know, anyone that's going to say that somehow this is going to work, here's what I think.
I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about politics.
Yeah, these politicians don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. They don't know what they're doing. They're all douchebags and idiots and morons at the highest level. Absolute failure. Absolute failure indeed. No one's fallen for it this time. But continue on, CNN.
Iran and launching some kind of an offensive that they are hoping could foment stability and unrest. And the Iraqi Kurdish leadership here worrying that they will be the ones to pay the price if this does indeed go ahead, Wolf.
All right, Clarissa Ward on the scene for.
Just want to throw this out here, okay? And again, you know, you got to be clear on this. We got to be clear on this. You know, there's going to be a big fallout from this. The war is not going to be ending anytime soon, and this man's words and actions are going to resonate. That Marine, Brian McGinnis, who's running for Green Party in North Carolina, no one wants to die for this war in Israel. Let me tell you something. This war continues on. It's going to continue to get progressively worse. This is just, here it is in the UAE. Dubai itself, the party's over. Sorry. By the way, I have heard reports that Andrew Tate's dumbass is trying to cross the border into the UAE, but he's been detained. He's still doing dumb videos because he wants to go to Dubai. So he's not in Dubai. He's not in Dubai. I think his family is in Dubai, I think, allegedly. And he wants to go there and be like this big, tough alpha male. No one cares about your man purses or mansions. But okay, yeah. Somebody like Andrew Tate. You had more women than me, more houses than me, you made more money than me. You lived a very beautiful life. But I got to tell you, buddy, you're playing with fire. Maybe he'll be lucky. Maybe he'll be fine. Maybe the war will be over and he can do a little victory dance. But something tells me I'm just getting that pit in my stomach, you know. Just like when people kind of realized that World War I and World War II were going to happen. Like, oh, it's going to get real. This is a Dubai mall.
So this is the situation inside the Marina Mall in Dubai. Very quiet, as you can see. Not many people downstairs either. Very few people. And let's see Sephora. You usually have to fight to get inside Sephora. And the security guard is there. I don't know what he's doing today. Security guard. Oh, nope, just staff. Nobody inside Sephora. And this is another lockdown for sure. So this is the situation.
And I want to also address something else here too. I've seen these alleged reports here too. I'm looking more into that as well. But again, what's happening to the Gulf states, Qatar, the UAE, Bahrain, everywhere, Saudi Arabia. Let me be clear on these locations. Fun time is over. You can no longer, especially Dubai and Abu Dhabi, you cannot sell your place as being safe. As the Hound once said to Brianna Taris, there's no such thing as safe, you stupid bitch. There's no such thing as safe. By the way, again, just because what we see is happening in Dubai doesn't mean it won't reach out here at home. Hey, Donald Trump speaking to an owner at the Bronx. Listen to this very carefully. Listen up. Bye-bye Dubai, but also bye-bye USA.
My issue was more the energy. I've been paying $2,100 since I first opened up. In the last 7 months, it shot up to $15,000. What?
Hey, listen, anyone that's voted for Trump, if you're thinking your bills and rent and prices are going to go down, no. Listen to Hard Lens Media. I don't tell people what to do. I don't want to tell people what to do. Now, that was for barbers for Trump. And Trump was like, what? What? Don't worry. Prices are going to go up. Buy your food and get gasoline in your car now. Do it now. You don't have to like me, but you know I'm right on this. Just want to throw this out here one more time. This is a Marine running for U.S. Senate.
His hand.
Out! No one wants to fight for Israel!
His hand. His hand. Oh, his hand.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Let go of the door. The senator broke
his hand.
Out! No one!
See, now Andrew Tate can never do that. Andrew Tate can never do that. He can never do that. He can never do that. I'm going to tell you this. As long as the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, as long as oil tankers are getting hit, and yes, I want to point this out here too. Iranian drone attacks UAE again. UAE has taken about 1,138 drone attacks since this war started. This is the UAE.
یک کشورهای عربی کمک کردیم به این جمهوری اسرائیلی که سر پا بمونه. امروز جوابتون رو با موشک داد. یک قوم گفتیم تروریسته، زدیم تو سرمون، از جمهوری اسرائیلی طرفداری کردیم. حالا بکش.
Okay. Bye-bye for Dubai. And our prices are going to go up even further. And again, folks, I have reached again. I also got an interesting email too, at least from a representative from the Green Party. As it stands, look, they know I reached out. So my priority is this: to Brian McGinnis, recover first, take care of your family first, take care of yourself first. Just like how I tell you, my audience, take care of yourselves first. Take care of yourselves first before you do anything. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody. Take care of yourselves first. That is one thing, the priority. When I can get them on the show, sooner, better, all the best. But priority comes first, health and your well-being. So we wish him all the best and hopefully have Brian McGinnis on the show so we can talk about his campaign and what happened, what went down there. But this video has gone viral. He has told his side of the story. He's been speaking truth to power. And I wish him all the best. And it's quite clear to me and quite clear to all of us that this is going to be a forever ongoing fight. So with that being said, I salute him for his actions, speaking up, but I'm also against internet censorship. And already I have this fear in my pit of my stomach that on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Reddit, Discord, all over on social media, that there's going to be an attempt to censor more, to silence more. Anyone that's for censorship, beware of them. Anyone that uses the tools for censorship or deplatforming and demonetization, beware of them. This is not how you recover. This is not how you build a better future. Remember, folks, we live in a day and age where we don't have the luxury of free speech anymore. So we have to consider what's coming before us and what comes next. Let me just say this here. No one wants this war. It's money that's wasted. Innocent lives are dying. And I don't think this administration can stop it. They can't. They don't know how. It's an anathema to them. So to everyone that's tuning in right now, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, support, follow Hard Lens Media on all social media, because we're going to be continue covering the story, especially on Friday. So please tune in for Friday's show. And I had to do this. I had to talk about this because this is a story that's gaining a lot of traction. So as a favor for me, please share this video. Share this video, share it far and wide, and talk about it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys for Friday's show. If you want to help out Hard Lens Media, as always, please check out our Linktree, Peachtree in the description box below. YouTube, X, Rumble, Kick, Patreon, Substack, Discord, Instagram. Please be sure to follow us on all our social medias. I'll be very grateful. I would be grateful if you did that. Please do that. Please consider supporting us on Patreon. The only way you could keep independent media alive is supporting us on Patreon. Please consider being a patron supporter. Please consider being a patron supporter. If you are a patron supporter, I love you. Saturday, you're getting a Patreon show. I promise. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. I know the last 2 times I couldn't, but this time, Saturday, patron supporters, 10 a.m. I super promise we're going to have a fun time hanging out, waka waka, all good things. I'll be giving you guys updates too. And as always, please consider supporting Hard Lens Media in our legal fight. This has been an uphill battle. Listen, I hope none of you ever have to go through a legal situation, especially when you are on the defense, because it sucks. It really does. And if you want to help out Hard Lens Media, please consider supporting our GoFundMe. Our GoFundMe, we need to raise up our funds to pay our legal fees. We need to at least raise a solid $50K or more. I don't know when or how or if this is going to end, because we are stuck in our own ridiculous legal nightmare of a war, and hopefully it will end someday. Just not today. But if you can, share our GoFundMe on Reddit, Discord, X, Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms, and consider supporting it, sharing with allies and friends who would consider supporting it. We would be eternally grateful. We have a whole list of updates that have been put on our GoFundMe, so you guys can follow along. Right now, we're currently still in litigation, but all support is greatly appreciated. And now, finally, without further ado, music from Jesse Jet. Jesse Jet, who I think is #1 in the hood. Please be well. Please take good care of yourselves. I have nothing but love for you guys. And please keep your heads on a swivel, drink water, share this video, like, comment, and to Brian McGinnis, please recover well, and the door is open for you to be on Hard Lens Media. Until then, folks, take good care, and I'll see you guys on the Fury Road Friday, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, real quick, go to Kick. I at least have one fun video for us to relax to. A fun video, just to lighten up the mood. Just a fun little music video where issues get civil. Go to Kick. See you guys around.
today. Watch them as they walked him away. You told yourself extremists come in all different shapes. Met his eyes and lowered your gaze. Is it too late for us to ever change? We are collecting the dust of better days. They're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to be safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Sheriff stopped your daughter today. Pepper sprayed her twice in the face. He must have had good reason if he'd treat her that way. At least that's what they taught you to say. But is it too late for us to ever change? Once we're collecting the dust of better days, they're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to feel safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Feds arrived and had you detained. Said you'd made some posts they unchanged. Tased you till you felt like you'd forgotten your name, or life before they had you contained. Oh, life before they had you contained. SWAT team took your neighbor today.